Well, I think from the many layers that you addressed, it's clear that this program that reflects your personal interest and on your personal knowledge touches the deep emotional subconscious experience in the water. We also do aqua wellness, and people get a very bodily sense of being in the water. Then there is the dream part, which is kind of non-rational, but is also open for a very clear discussion and protocol. And then there is the partaking of knowledge, of wisdom, of information, and exploration. I mean, going deep into the subconscious and going deep into time. And Weimar, luckily, the name of the city of Weimar in ancient German means sacred water. So this is where the Weltgeist has already left its traces. Now, from all these very dense fields of experience, and the personal and the emotional and the intellectual and the scholarly and the adventurous, I'm very glad that this is happening in Spa again, that the sense of exploration is coming back to Spa world. How do you see Spa culture as a whole developing? I mean, you're very active in the Spa world. What can we expect, or where do we want to go with the Spa culture in general?
Well, again, it has to do with one's perspective. I mean, if you take it from a big perspective, really, it's not planet Earth, it's planet mineral water, it's planet water. I mean, the Earth is a big drop of water in the cosmos, and you can see that when you look but from a very practical point of view, Spa offers a place and a time for regeneration. I mean, you observe the families at Bad Solz and other spas, and there is a regenerative, a relaxation capacity and in that space that allows people to regroup, to resort, and to regenerate. And so globally, I think there's a large movement, especially given the electronic environments that we live in the mechanical environments that we live in. Spa offers, aquatic environment and allows one to get in touch with these deeper thoughts and feelings. And so I think it compensates. It is a form that will allow our culture and to sustain itself, which is another fundamental thing with Spa. It's the sustainability of humans. That, I mean, if you get into a Spa ritual, you tap into resources that are much more than most people expect.
Well, there is another aspect of getting more than you expect. So, of course, the subconscious always gives you more than you expect, because expectation is more of an ego thing. And you, as we were talking earlier, you mentioned that tomorrow you'll fly over to England and that you have a special interest in what's happening there, which can be definitely labeled in the category of mystery and wonder and getting more than you expect. If you want to share some of how the dream makes you susceptible to very interesting explorations.
Well, it's a fascinating thing. For the last 4-5 summers, I've been going to England to walk in the fields of Wiltshire and explore this absolutely mysterious phenomenon of crop circles. Or cornkreis. There's some very good German researchers here in as well as in the Netherlands and France and Italy. It's not just England, but for some reason these huge formations are appearing there. And it's a whole other discussion, but what's interesting is this is happening also near Bath, but the geometry, the mystery, and the perfection of these 600 feet diameter formations in sacred geometry, I thought it was all baloney, or I don't know what the expression would be. I mean, I thought it was all false and human-made, and I was interested because sound is also they're detecting, we're able to determine chords and sound ratios in the formations that are coming and being made, and some astronomers have detected, and we're actually even playing chords, and so that's how I began looking at this. And I thought, well, these are humans are doing, and there are humans that are doing that, but not all of them. Not the one that appeared in South Korea, not the one in South Africa, not the one in the several in Italy, and several here in Germany. So it is really quite a mystery how they're just beautiful landscape as well that has been done. And I would encourage anyone to take a look. Google. It's a Google world, so just check. Put in crop circles and crop circles Germany, and the information comes up. Yes, there are people that are trying to hoax, but if you can know the real, it's like good wine. You know it when you have it, and when there are really authentic formations. But as to how and who and where and what and when, and in the United States as well. And what is so fascinating about them, about 65 to 70% of all of these formations seem to be appearing in ancient sites, the ancestors. So let me go out on a limb and make a prediction here. I would have a feeling that somewhere near Nibra or Gosek in the future there may be some formations. Now, maybe there'll be some hoaxers that'll take me up on that and try to make it, but I think there probably will be some. I don't know when or how or where, but it would not surprise me one bit within the next couple of years that it's witnessed here. And yeah, I'll put it out there and I'll risk it, but we'll see.
Well, there's a beautiful paradox. You won't be surprised if it happens. At the same time, you actively invite surprises. So the surprise may be that you won't be surprised that it happens, or the surprise will be that it happens right in Weimar. But certainly, I think from what you've said, I could imagine people who watch us get a sense of the broad spectrum of things that interest you and that you communicate and that you invite other people to experience in a very dense and very focused format. And so thank you for visiting us. We wish you good luck and keen eyes on surprises and expectations in this part and other parts of the world.
One thing I do need to mention is that my German cousin, we come from, is Neil Armstrong, the first man on the moon. That is, our great-great-great-grandmother was from Lautbergen, Germany. And so that's my astronaut or my cosmological connection here, but that's a whole other story. But so my roots are deep here in Germany.
Well, we all have roots, and probably across the planet they somewhere meet, go out to the cosmos. And I think I want to mention the fact that your cousin is Neil Armstrong. That's the thing that I'll tell to our German-speaking audience after they've listened in. Thank you again. He'll be here next year and the following years, and we'll hope to surprise you with things that are surprising. Und an diesem Punkt möchte ich mich sehr herzlich auch nochmal auf Deutsch bei Jonathan de Vierville bedanken. Er hat zum Schluss nochmal angegeben, sein Cousin ist Neil Armstrong, der erste Mensch, der auf dem Mond seine Füße gesetzt hat. Und beide Urgroßmutter Mutter kommt aus Deutschland. Also wir haben kosmische Verbindungen hier, there and everywhere. Und damit geben wir zurück in die Sendezentrale mit unserem großartigen Programm Weltgeist auf Sendung, Wege der Heilkunst bei Salve TV. Vielen Dank.